Welcome to another episode of 3-Minute Philosophy. I'm your host, and today we are going to be looking at some of the deep words of the great Scottish philosopher David Hume. So let's get into it. We're going to look at 3 of his quotes, 3 of his sayings, and try to unpack what they mean and why they're so profound. The first one is, a man may be a heretic in one age and a saint in another. Now, what exactly does this mean? What Hume is getting at here is that what we think of as being true or right or correct can change from person to person, but it can also change from time to time. What might be considered heretical or wrong in one age might be considered normal and right in another. And the reason for this is that our ideas and what we take to be true and correct are always relative to the time in which they occur. And what we think is true and correct is often based on the evidence available to us at the time and the way that we interpret that evidence. And these things can change. The second quote is, reason is not the slave of the passions, but all our actions are. Now, what he means by this is that although reason is a very powerful tool, it's not the most powerful force in our lives. Ultimately, all of our actions are driven by our passions or desires. We desire certain things, and we don't want other things. And it's these desires that drive our actions. Reason can help us to figure out what it is that we want and how to achieve it, but it can't force us to do what it thinks we should do. In the end, we always have the freedom to choose what it is that we want and how we are going to act. The third quote is, our life is a series of natural causes and effects. Now, what Hume is saying here is that everything that happens in our life happens for a reason. Nothing just happens by chance. There's always a cause or a reason why something happens. This doesn't mean that we have control over everything that happens to us, but it does mean that there's always a reason or a cause for why things happen. So those are 3 of the deep words of David Hume. What do you think? Do you agree with him? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, make sure to like and follow for more. I put out new episodes every single week. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.